Today we're going to talk about this 1962 Buick Lasabre. Buick has always stood for luxury, so if you think about a car having more luxury equipment, Buick is definitely going to be the car of your choice even today. But back then in 1962, it really had a lot of luxury. And if you look, noticing all the chrome that's on this vehicle, interior-wise, you're going to see a lot more flash than you would have seen in the Impala of the same generation. Also, if you're not familiar with Buick, they had different power plants. So we're used to a lot of the Chevrolet V8 engines. Buick would have had what they call the Wildcat series. So they tried to give it a little bit more pizzazz with using the term Wildcat. And this particular car has a 401 nail head in it. Nail heads are very unique as the fact that the valve covers are straight up and they're flat and they're not at an angle like a typical V8 engine is.
My name is Sandra Cross and I stopped by Gwatney to get my car serviced. I'm a 10-year loyal customer of Gwatney, and this car caught my eye as I was pulling up. It reminds me of a car my mom had when we were growing up, a classic. I thought someone had bought my mom's classic we sold, but I came in, it's a much bigger car. Love it.
Factory air conditioning on this vehicle does still blow cold. Power seats, a lot of creature comforts that you see in modern vehicles today that you did not see back in 1962. Reverse is all the way at the very bottom of the shift pattern. So where we're used to taking a vehicle today from park into reverse, you actually take the vehicle from park and you have to pass neutral, drive, low, and then you come to the reverse gear. So being very careful and conscious when you're driving this vehicle, because if you think you're going to downshift it into a lower gear, you could actually be putting the vehicle all the way into the reverse gear, which I don't think you want to try to do while you're going forward. Back then they had spare washer fluid bottle that they would keep extra washer fluid in. It was also known back then as a cough syrup bottle because the washer fluid was colored blue, so you didn't mistakenly put it into a different part of the engine or somewhere else in the car. And this vehicle does still have that original cough syrup bottle underneath the hood. And some of the great features that you'll see on this car, again, power steering, power brakes. And I know those are things that today we just take for granted because every vehicle we see today has those. Back then, power steering was not typical on every vehicle. Some cars, even back in the 60 models, didn't even have carpet in the floorboard. They had rubber floor mats. So this vehicle has carpet, it has cloth seats. Just a very, very unique vehicle for the age and the time that this vehicle was made. Hey, if this car suits your needs and you think you'd love to have a piece of classic history in your garage, or you could take to car shows or drive on Sunday, this car is available at Gwatney Buick GMC. If you're interested, come by. We'll be glad to show it to you, tell you everything that we know about it. We still have the original owner's manual that came with the vehicle, still have the original bill of sale, and I actually have a 1962 Buick Lasabre brochure that came with the vehicle. So come by and take a look at this car. It could be yours today.